What if I told you the most fearsome pirate of them all might have been a woman from China? Qing Xi, or as you might know her, Qing Xi, wasn't just any pirate. She was the queen of the South China Sea. Ever heard of a floating brothel? Yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. And our dear Qing Xi started her career there. But before you jump to conclusions, let's just say she wasn't there for the ambience. Life had dealt her a rough hand, and she was playing it the best she could. It was the late 1700s in Guangzhou, China. You might picture bustling markets, traditional festivals, or maybe even the beginnings of the Opium Wars. Born into the kind of poverty that makes you wonder where your next meal is coming from, Qing Xi wasn't exactly living the dream. But, as fate would have it, her life would take a turn that would make even the most dramatic telenovelas seem bland. Enter Qing Yi, or as some might know him, Qing Yi, a powerful pirate who, let's be honest, probably wasn't visiting the brothel for its stellar customer service. But when he laid eyes on Qing Xi, it wasn't just her beauty that caught his attention. It was that spark, that intelligence, arguably that "I'm not here to play games" vibe. So, what happens when a formidable pirate meets a woman with the brains and the beauty? A lot. It was bloody. It was ingenious. It would garner them great riches. It involved a lot more than just stolen glances and whispered sweet nothings. But specifically for our dashing pirate Jing, well, he wasn't just smitten by Qing Xi's beauty and brains. He eventually saw a partner, an equal. So he did what any sensible pirate in love would do. He proposed to her. But Qing Xi, ever the strategist, wasn't about to settle for just a ring. Her demand? Command of half his fleet. Some say gold digger, some say genius. Well, that's a bold move, you might think, and you'd be right, but Jing, recognizing her prowess, agreed. Together, they became the Bonnie and Clyde of the South China Sea, only with more ships and fewer banks. As with all epic tales, however, tragedy lurked around the corner. Qing's sudden death could have been the end of Qing Xi's pirate career. She did not retire and write memoirs, however. She took the helm and, with an iron grip, commanded the entire pirate fleet. From floating brothel to pirate queen, this was far from the end of Qing Xi's tale. But here's where things get unconventional. She married Qing's adopted son and lover, Shan Bao, and then they went on to have 2 children. The family dinners would likely have been interesting. What can we learn from Qing Xi's meteoric rise to power? No matter the odds, with the right blend of ambition, intelligence, and sheer audacity, a man, or in this case a woman, can not only survive but thrive. Only Qing Xi's rise to power was nothing short of meteoric. At the helm of the largest confederation of pirates in recorded history, she commanded a staggering 1,800 ships. To put that into perspective, that's more than many modern navies. And it wasn't just about the number of ships, it was estimated 70 to 80,000 men under her command, a factor that truly showcased her unparalleled leadership. The South China Sea became her domain. Coastal villages, trading ships, and even government vessels fell prey to her fleet. It wasn't just about plunder, however. It was about establishing a strategy for control. Under Qing Xi's leadership, the pirates established a code of conduct, levied taxes, and even formed their own legal system. They were a well-oiled machine, a floating empire. But her reign wasn't unchallenged. The confusingly named Qing dynasty, perturbed by her audacity, sent their navy to quell her influence. In a series of confrontations, Qing Xi's fleet, using guerrilla tactics and leveraging their intimate knowledge of the local waters, managed to annihilate 63 Qing Navy ships. This wasn't just a victory, it was proof that Qing Xi's methods worked. The Portuguese, British, and Chinese navies all took their shot at dismantling Qing Xi's maritime empire. Yet, time and again, they found themselves outmaneuvered and outgunned. In one notable encounter with the Portuguese navy near Macau, Qing Xi's fleet, despite being outnumbered, used a combination of cunning tactics and fierce combat to emerge victorious. Throughout her reign, Qing Xi's influence was undeniable. From setting up operational bases on land to controlling crucial maritime trade routes, she was more than just a pirate. She was a naval strategist, an administrator, and a leader who continued to defy expectations. Now for the obvious, commanding a fleet of 1,800 ships and 80,000 pirates? That's not just about brute strength. It's about management, strategy, and a whole lot of charisma. Ever wondered how a pirate fleet maintains order? No, it's not just about waving cutlasses and shouting, "It's the pirate code!" Not just a fanciful term from a Hollywood movie, but a real binding set of regulations crafted by Qing Xi herself. This wasn't your average, no stealing from fellow pirates kind of code. It was a comprehensive set of laws ensuring obedience, loyalty, and, dare we say, professionalism among her crew. Now, managing a few employees at an office, that's a whole different ballgame. And Qing Xi wasn't just known for her combat prowess. She came to be renowned for her expert management skills. One may compare her to one of today's dramatic CEOs, or even Liberian warlords in her flair. See the examples of General Rambo, General Mosquito, or General Butt Naked, for examples. How did Qing Xi maintain control over such a vast and diverse group? A hint? It wasn't by being lenient. Her leadership style was a blend of strict discipline, strategic alliances, and a keen understanding of human nature. Break the code, face its consequences, and they weren't pretty. But show loyalty and skill, you'd be rewarded, and handsomely so. It wasn't just about fear. Qing Xi had a knack for making her pirates feel they were part of something bigger. She instilled a grand vision, a united front against the world, and that leadership gold. In a world where might often made right, Qing Xi's dominance over the South China Sea wasn't just a matter of naval power. It was a statement, a challenge, and a constant thorn in the side of the Qing dynasty. The Qing dynasty wasn't just any dynasty. It was a vast empire, stretching over millions of square miles, with a population in the hundreds of millions. Yet, over the course of years, ongoing guerrilla warfare and innovation, this colossal entity found itself repeatedly bested by a pirate queen. But let's paint the full picture. The Qing dynasty at this time was under immense pressure internally. They grappled with corruption, civil unrest, and economic challenges. Externally, the British and Portuguese, hungry for trade and influence, were knocking at their doors, bringing with them superior naval technology and an insatiable appetite for expansion. A pirate fleet disrupting trade routes and making them look weak on the international stage was the last thing the Qing dynasty needed. And it wasn't just about the embarrassment. Qing Xi's fleet affecting vital trade, impacting the economy, and posing a genuine threat to coastal towns and villages. Every failed attempt to capture her not only emboldened other pirates, but also made the Qing dynasty's naval forces a laughingstock. When the government's back was against the wall, with internal and external pressures mounting, they made a pragmatic decision, choosing diplomacy instead of another costly and likely futile military campaign. It was a move of desperation, yes, but also of recognition. Recognition of Qing Xi's strength, her influence, and perhaps, begrudgingly, her genius. The terms Qing Xi set forth were audacious and unprecedented, but they also offered the Qing dynasty a way out, a chance to rid themselves of this persistent problem without further bloodshed or loss of face. She and her crews were to be granted lenience, effectively being acquitted of all charges upon returning to regular lives. In a society where honor and reputation were paramount, this was an offer they couldn't refuse. And just like that, the Pirate Queen walked free, from ruling the seas with an iron fist to rolling dice in a gambling den. Qing Xi's tale is one for the ages.